All right, here's the updated script with a bit more speculation on a possible Season 2 woven in naturally. All right, let's dive straight into Netflix's Devil May Cry Season 1, an 8-episode animated romp that dropped on April 3rd, 2025, and boy, does it deliver a wild ride. This adaptation of Capcom's iconic hack-and-slash franchise, helmed by Adi Shankar of Castlevania fame and animated by Studio Mir, takes Dante's demon-slaying antics and cranks the volume to 11 with a heavy dose of early 2000s nostalgia, slick action, and some surprising depth. Right off the bat, the show hits you with Limp Bizkit's Rollin' in the opening credits, setting the tone for a series that's unapologetically loud, brash, and drenched in nu metal vibes. Think Papa Roach, Rage Against the Machine, and even an original Evanescence track later on. It's a time capsule of the era when the original games ruled the PS2, and it works like a charm if you're here for that edgy Devil May Care energy. The story kicks off with Dante, voiced by Johnny Yong Bosch, who's absolutely having a blast, as this younger, cockier version of the Demon Hunter. He's a slacker with a heart, armed with his trusty ebony and ivory pistols and a sword that could slice through anything, stumbling into a massive conspiracy after a heist at the Vatican goes sideways. The plot revolves around a mysterious amulet he wears, half of a key to unleash hell on Earth, and pits him against two forces. The White Rabbit, a suave demon with big plans played with delicious menace by Hoon Lee, and Darkcom, a government demon hunting outfit led by the late Kevin Conroy's chilling Vice President Baines. Then there's Lady, or Mary as she's introduced, voiced by Scout Taylor Compton, who's a badass in her own right and shares the spotlight with Dante, giving us a dual perspective that keeps things fresh. The first half of the season is a bit of a slow burn, laying groundwork with a lot of exposition and a sprawling cast that feels bloated at times. You've got Dante cracking wise like a discount Deadpool early on, which doesn't always land, and some clunky CGI that sticks out against Studio Mir's otherwise gorgeous 2D animation. But stick with it, because around episode 4, the show finds its groove. The action ramps up. Think Dante tearing through demons on a highway to guerrilla radio or slicing up a club full of goons. And the story tightens into something more compelling. Episode 6, The First Circle, is the standout, a near-silent masterpiece of visual storytelling that dives into Lady's past and the White Rabbit's motives, shifting the tone to something haunting and meditative. It's a bold pivot that elevates the whole season, proving this isn't just mindless slashing. By the time you hit the finale, it's a full-on bonkers spectacle. Demons everywhere, a cliffhanger teasing Virgil, and a montage set to a 2004 banger that screams, peak 2000s. That Virgil tease, with his silhouette and a cryptic line about family ties, has fans buzzing about Season 2, and it's easy to see where it could go. Dante and Virgil's rivalry is the beating heart of the games, so expect a showdown that could top the finale's chaos. The White Rabbit's plan to crack open hell isn't done either, and with Darkcom still in play, Season 2 might lean harder into that political edge. Imagine Baines doubling down on his shadowy agenda, maybe even clashing with a more seasoned Lady. The show's not perfect. The humor can be juvenile, and the CGI demons look like they wandered in from a PS3 cutscene. But it nails Dante's swagger, Lady's grit, and the chaotic spirit of the games while adding layers of political satire. Baines and Darkcom feel like a jab at post-9/11 paranoia that give it unexpected bite. For fans, there's plenty of nods to the lore, from the Sword of Sparta to manga-inspired twists. And for newcomers, it's a bloody, stylish entry point that doesn't demand prior knowledge. Season 1's a setup for bigger things, and if it gets a second go, it could refine the rough edges. Tighter humor, better CGI, maybe even Trish joining the fray into something truly epic. Picture this: Virgil wielding Yamato, Dante unlocking more of his demonic power, and a full-on hell invasion, all set to another killer soundtrack. As it stands, It's a devilishly fun binge that's messy, loud, and absolutely worth the watch, with a Season 2 setup that's got me itching for more.